Activities at the weekly meeting of the Federal Executive Council remains on the high tempo as memoranda are being considered and approved across ministries, departments and agencies despite the present administration winding down. As a way to improve on the current operations in the mining sector, the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel got approval for a new executive bill to replace the 2007 Mining Act. The proposed bill is expected to be transmitted by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice to the National Assembly for needed legislative actions.
Things that come up are since one is the Solid Mineral Development Fund. It was set up in 2007 to de-risk the sector. Banks don't give money to miners because they don't understand the risk therein. So the SMDF was set up to fill that gap. But since 2007, every president, I must say, had paid only lip service until President Muhammadu Buhari approved for us sometime last year, and I'm also thank the Honorable Minister of Finance. Now, the SMDF is funded on a monthly basis from the Natural Resources Fund. You get 10% of that. So they're beginning to accumulate a capital. If you call it a fund, you must have a capital with which you invest and then help the people you are supposed to invest. This was a fund since 2007 that had no fund. They had no money. So they couldn't help anybody. They couldn't help themselves. But now with this, they've started accumulating the capital. The money given to them so far has accumulated to about 16 billion. It's in the TSA account in CBN. Ideally, they're supposed to have 500 billion. That was the initial capital intended for them. 500 billion naira, then they can play in the sector. They will invest the money. So this is one of the major highlights. Then we had a policy approved in council. This is also part of the law now. You can't export raw ores from Nigeria. Whatever you mine, you must process locally. If you can't process by yourself, you give it to investors who are bringing in processing plants into Nigeria. So the whole idea is that we can capture the whole value chain and then create wealth instead of exporting raw or out of Nigeria.
On his part, Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola said the council approved the digitization of the workload processes and systems of his ministry at the sum of 916.813 million naira, and also in line with the tax credit program covered by Executive Order 7. The council has approved a private construction of 4 roads of 383 kilometers, all in Kwara State.
The third contract that was approved was under the tax credit program covered by Executive Order 7, which was issued by Mr. President on the 25th of January, I believe, 2019. Yes, that Executive Order 7 invites and allows private sector members of our community in Nigeria to invest in public infrastructure, especially road, by spending their taxes in advance and then claiming the tax credit later. In this case, we approved 4 roads, all of them in Kwara State. The total is a distance of 283.938 kilometers. That's the total length of the 4 roads. The approval was for Mrs. Bua International Limited. Bua is a company famous for cement, but they also do other things. And one of the reasons why they are investing in Kwara is because some of their operations, including sugar and all of that, is impacted by road network supply. So the roads involved are Bodesadu, Kayama, Koshubu Road, 130 kilometers, awarded at 152.843 billion. Lafiagi, Shonga, Bachita Road, 74.3 kilometers, awarded at 80.222 billion. And Eyen Kori, Afon, Ojoku, Ofa Road, 42.638 kilometers, awarded at 56.329 billion. And Ukuta Kenu Tebe Road, 37 kilometers awarded at 37.887 billion naira.
In a related development, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning Zainab Ahmed briefed that the Executive Council has approved the construction of a befitting customs barracks accommodation of different flat models in Aviation Village in Abuja at the contract sum of 16.3 billion naira.
Today, the Federal Executive Council gave approval for the construction of 32 numbers, block of 8 flats that consists of 2-bedroom flats, and also 15 numbers, 6 flats consisting of 3-bedroom flats for the Nigerian Customs Service at the Aviation Village Phase 2 in Abuja. So this is the Nigerian Customs Service barracks, and the contracts was issued to 2 companies, Messrs. Amsco Limited is constructing 15 blocks of 6 numbers, 3-bedroom flats at the Aviation Village here in Abuja. The contract is in the sum of 5.549 billion naira with a delivery period of 81 weeks. The second part of it is construction of 32 blocks of 6 2-bedroom flats with religious center at the Customs Service Barracks, also at the Aviation Village. And this was given to Messrs. Warams Limited in the sum of 12.843 billion naira with a delivery period of 144 weeks. The Federal Executive Council also...
Meanwhile, a total of 10.9 billion naira has been approved for the procurement of the ICT components of the National Population Commission (NPC) ahead of the forthcoming national census, while another 3.3 billion naira was approved for the external cost of the EFCC Training Academy. From the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Folorunsho Adegoke, Core TV News.